produced results on the 8th of December and after that date. However, an in-depth analysis of the events that occurred in Paris last Saturday show that this strategy was not carried out as it should have been, and that the way the operations were managed were dysfunctional. The polemics about the use of certain weapons have led to the transmission of inappropriate orders. Mobility, the responsiveness of the law enforcement forces, their useful approach to interception were not up to the same standards this time. The police officers and gendarmes have told me that the demonstrators were rioters, they were black bloc rioters whose only aim was to pillage, to set fire to public buildings, to destroy buildings and wound people. By burning buildings, they actually took the risk of killing people. These are criminal acts, and therefore the government will respond very strongly. First of all, we're going to strengthen our doctrine regarding law enforcement. We will continue to protect the right to demonstrate. On Saturday, 145,000 people, including 36,000 in Paris, demonstrated peacefully regarding climate change, and we are in favor of this. Today, when a demonstration is declared and peaceful, the law enforcement officers will accompany the demonstrators and make sure there is no breakdown of public order. So that will not change. On the other hand, we will from now on implement a new strategy to fight against extremist rioters. Next Saturday, and whenever necessary, we will forbid the demonstrations by yellow vests in the neighborhoods that were the most seriously affected, particularly when we are warned that some of the rioters will be present. The Champs-Élysées in Paris, Place Terre-Merlin in Bordeaux, the Capitol Square in Toulouse. This will be done in consultation with the mayors of the cities concerned. Tomorrow, I will be meeting the mayor of Paris. The Minister of the Interior will be meeting the mayor of Toulouse. In this framework, we will immediately disperse all groupings of people to enhance the effectiveness which we did not achieve last Saturday. I have asked that public order should be reorganized by giving more autonomy to the law enforcement forces in the field in Paris under a single unified command and control, and with considerable amount of initiative and autonomy. By transforming the the high-speed intervention units with the ability to disperse and arrest the rioters as soon as necessary. The third point, new resources, drones and markers, the use of video equipment will be implemented. By improving the judicial approach, we will place more judicial police units with the police units, the law enforcement units in the field, and we will group our means of transport. We are determined to use all the legal resources available to us. As soon as this new law is promulgated, it will enable us to strengthen controls around, in the vicinity of demonstrations, to forbid violent extremists from demonstrating and taking into custody any person who hides his or her face. Everybody today will realize the usefulness of the measures adopted by Parliament, and as soon as the law is adopted, it will be enforced. I'm not confusing the majority of yellow vest demonstrators who, for the moment, have stopped demonstrating, but I've already said this. When a demonstration is not declared, is forbidden, when it is organized in order to wreak damage, all those who participate in or encourage or glorify the rioters will be seen and treated as accomplices and will have to bear their responsibility. We have organized one of the most important debates in the history of this country. What those people want is not a dialogue or a debate. Their only aim is violence. But peaceful demonstrators must put their distance between them and these rioters. So I have asked the Minister of Justice to raise the level of fines imposed on people who participate in forbidden demonstrations. A number of personalities, in inverted commas, have encouraged and legitimized the violence which we saw last Saturday and continue to do so without hesitation. I have asked the Minister of the Interior to systematically trigger judicial procedures under the penal code. On Saturday in Paris, 26 shops were pillaged and others were damaged. In Bordeaux, Toulouse, Montpellier, Saint-Étienne and many other cities, too many shopkeepers have seen their shops pillaged and damaged. So a plan of support for retailers and shopkeepers will be strengthened, and we are talking with representatives of retailers at the moment. I have asked the state to systematically seek the financial responsibility of those who provoke such troubles. There will be changes at the head of the prefecture of police. On Wednesday, the President of the Republic will appoint Mr. Didier Allemand, who is the current prefect of Nouvelle-Aquitaine, to a new position. He will have a mission to propose very rapidly the necessary changes in his team. Finally, regarding the law enforcement forces, for the firefighters, I would like to pay tribute to their professionalism and commitment. I know that by asking them to be more mobile, we will be exposing them to tougher conditions. I would like to tell them that our priority will be to protect them, and it will be part and parcel of our plan and of the ways we will implement it. I know I can rely on them, and I know that even under pressure, they will continue to keep control over themselves and over the situation and set a great example. I want the whole of the country to come together behind them. Thank you.